Michelle Rumschlag, Naturalist, and welcome to Virtual Experiences with the Hancock Park Districts. It's Friday, so we're hitting the trails. Today you're joining me at Riverside Park Waterfront at Zonta Landing. Now, I want to remind you, tomorrow is the first official day of summer, and that means we have the most daylight of any days, so take advantage of that and hit the parks. Today I have some special guests with me, so I want to introduce HPD Director Gary Pruitt.
Hi, I'm Gary Pruitt, Director of the Hancock Park District, here with Mary Mertz, Director of the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. As Michelle said, we are here at Riverside Park's Zonta Landing to talk about and dedicate a section of the Blanchard River in Hancock County that's been designated a state water trail. The Blanchard River Water Trail begins at Blanchard River Nature Reserve, which is located south of the village of Mount Blanchard on County Road 17. It extends 37.6 miles past Riverbend Recreation Area, past Riverside Park where we are, through downtown Findlay, to Liberty Landing on Township Road 89, all the way to Blanchard Landing where it ends at State Route 235. Along that route there are 11 public river access sites. They range from primitive to simply a walkway to the water's edge to highly developed, involving concrete steps and railing. So there's a real mix depending on where you get on the river. One of the things that is a tangible benefit that came out of this collaboration and partnership between the Hancock Park District and Department of Natural Resources is the development of a map and guide. This was designed as really a one-stop shop of information for anybody who wants to canoe or kayak on the river. It has a map, an overview map. It's also broken down into 4 zones, so you can really zoom in on some of the hazard areas like dams and some of the access points. It also talks about safety tips, identification of hazards and how to avoid trouble. It provides links to websites that provide river conditions, which is important because for the Blanchard River, particularly in the rural sections, it depends on rain for it to really be navigable. So one way that we are helping people is to provide website addresses and some other data so that they can monitor the river conditions themselves. They can plan their trips. Sometimes it's a small window of opportunity to get into the rural sections, so the map and guide will help. It also talks about each of the access sites, describes them, where they are, what they can expect to find. All of these sites have parking. Many of them have at least seasonal restroom facilities available. And it also references our outfitter services, which include spring and fall self-guided trips. We have public boat rentals here at Zonta Landing through the summer on weekends, daily group rentals. Groups and individuals can actually rent boats at times other than the public rentals. We also have kayak and canoe instructional courses upon request. So there's plenty happening from probably May through November on the Blanchard River Water Trail. This guide can be found online at hancockparks.com. It can be mailed to you by just calling our office, and it can be found here at the Zonta Landing Boathouse. For more on the Blanchard River Water Trail, I turn to Director Mertz.
Thanks so much, Gary. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited to be here today for the official designation of this water trail. So the goal of the Department of Natural Resources Water Trail program is to provide paddlers an opportunity to safely get on the water with their expectations in line with what they're going to find, right? So this helps new paddlers and experienced paddlers going to new waters to know where they can put their boat in, where they can take it out, and what to expect on the water along the way. And that's really important so that you can match your skills to what the water holds. These trails are really exciting. My first experience was one up in the Lake Erie Islands. I really used the water trail to go around North Bass Island to find out how long it would take to get around the trail, where I could stop to rest if I needed to. So these water trails really help get your expectations in line with what you're going to see on the water, and so everybody can safely get out there. And the most exciting news is we have more new paddlers than ever before. So our program started in 2006, and since then the number of registered kayaks and canoes has quadrupled. Over 250,000 registrations are in Ohio right now. So that's 250,000 kayakers and canoeists out there who want to enjoy a great day, and they want to come to great places like the Blanchard River and enjoy the water trail. And this is a way to know what to expect, to get out there safely and have a great time. And I don't want to miss the opportunity also on the safety side. Planning is the most important part of safety, but also I want to mention some of the tips that we find are really important. Wear your life jacket every single time. Leave a float plan with folks at home. I mean, bring someone with you. Don't paddle alone. Bring your family, friends, someone else to paddle with you, but leave a float plan. And the water trail really helps you outline what that float plan is going to be so people know where you are. Bring a whistle so that nearby people can hear you if you are in distress. I hate to say that every weekend we have incidents where people get involved and they're not prepared for it. We want you to be prepared, and that's why we have the Water Trail program. So we're really excited. I'm anxious to get out there on the water, but before we do that, Gary, we need to make this official. So the way we do the official designation of the water trail, we have the official designation, and let me recognize all the great work up here. I want to read this to everyone. So whereas water trails promote public use of waterways and create educational, recreational, and environmentally rewarding opportunities for paddlers and others, and whereas these trails support tourism and encourage conservation and stewardship, and whereas this 37.6-mile water trail will provide the residents of Hancock County a quiet place for recreation and draw to the area Ohioans interested in exploring new waterways, and whereas the Hancock County Park District has worked with local communities along the Blanchard River to generate public support, has identified all public accesses, marked lowhead dams, created a water trail safety guide and map, and thus met all the requirements of the Ohio Department of Natural Resources to become a State of Ohio designated water trail. Therefore, the Blanchard River in Hancock County is officially designated as Ohio's 14th state water trail by the Director of Natural Resources and the Chief of State Parks and Watercraft on this 19th day of June 2020. So I'm going to make it official, put my signature on here, and we have Chief Cobb here, who is the Chief of Parks and Watercraft, and he's going to finish it off.
Thank you, Director. There it is.
You are official. You are now a State of Ohio water trail, and we're excited to join you in this celebration.
Thank you, Director. Appreciate it.
We head out?
Let's tour.
All right.
All right. That kayak in the chute for you.
Well, thank you, Director Mertz and Director Pruitt, for joining me today. What an exciting time for the Hancock Park District, and I encourage you to get out on the Blanchard River. Like Gary had mentioned, at Zonta Landing, we do have a boat concession that is open on weekends and holidays from 1 until 7 p.m. You can rent canoes and kayaks this year. We're not doing our paddle boat reservations just because of cleaning and social distancing with some of that. So it's only canoes and kayaks. It's $5 for every half an hour that you want to rent. Or you can do a 2-hour float trip, which is $20 for a canoe or $10 for a kayak. So we encourage you to come out. We have all of the equipment here, so no worries about bringing your own PFD. If you have people in your group that want to bring their own kayaks, they can definitely do that, and they can bring that down to the waterfront and access the water that way. Also a reminder, when we're here, it's cash or check only. We don't have services to take credit cards, and so we just want you to be ready for that. You can go fishing from the boat, so as long as you have, if you're over the age and need a license, you will need to have that. Other question we get is, can I bring my dog? Yes, you can also bring your dog. We do have PFDs for children, but we do discourage against having real young ones in the boat, in a canoe, unless you have somebody there to sit with them. We don't want them to be kind of moving around or stand up or kind of shaking the boat in any way. So it's going to be a great weekend this weekend. It's going to be nice and warm. So I want to encourage everybody to come out. Again, we're at Riverside Park Waterfront, 1 until 7. If you come on Sunday, you'll see me. I'll be working on Father's Day, so bring Dad down. Again, Monday, join us for Discovery Stories at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.